So we know loneliness is rampant, right? With significant consequences for our physical and mental health. We also know that we will all experience it at some point, and that it's likely that someone you know is lonely, if not you. So let's go through how you can support someone who you think might be lonely first. First of all, make yourself available for whichever kind of contact they can do. If they like to go for a walk, do that. If they like a phone call or a text, do that. If they like to come over to your house and fix things, ask them to come over and do that. And if you're in a position and they are up for it, try to regularize this, okay? Also, if you say you're going to do something, be very conscious of following through. Someone who is lonely can perceive rejection very easily, even if not intended, okay? So try not to cancel. Now, be conscious of grief and low mood, because often loneliness comes up after a loss or some type of transition or change. Is there something or someone they're missing? And in which case, ask questions about that. Be playful, if appropriate, or gentle, and don't push anything. Socializing can be sometimes too hard for some people, depending on what's going on. Much like with grief, you might just show up once a week, watch TV, that kind of thing. Low pressure companionship, that's what you should be thinking. If someone is older and not leaving the house much, and you think, it's a good idea for them to be getting out a little more, it can help to set a time limit on it. So, that way they know that when they're going to return is going to be at 5 p.m., 4 p.m., 3 p.m. What this does is it reduces any anxiety about socializing or being away from home. So you can say, we'll head down to the shops and we'll make sure you're back for the news by 5, okay? You might do things like remind them maybe how much you enjoy their company. That can feel really good. If you spend time with them, make sure to point out that you enjoyed that time with them. Or you can point out a moment during that time when they seem to be enjoying themselves. And we can say things like, see, I think you need more of this, right? Okay. Alternatively, you can just let them know that you're happy to be with them, even if they're having a hard time. You could also suggest a joint venture. This can be kind of fun. So, will you take this class with me? Will you come help me pick out curtains for the house? Will you come over and show me how to plant those flowers you have in your back garden? Okay? Or maybe you're going to go and help them do something. Now, if you think this person is lonely, but will never admit it, you can kind of say something like, I have been worried about so-and-so. He doesn't seem like himself. He's gotten kind of withdrawn. This is actually really good for them to hear that other people are lonely, other people experience this feeling, and it can open up the space for them to maybe suggest ideas as to what so-and-so who is lonely might like or need. Those things might be exactly what they feel or need themselves, right? So if they say, well, he needs to get out more, or he stopped going down to that golf club, after the divorce, then that gives you some space to kind of go, okay, what about you? Are you getting out much these days, right? Okay. You could even mention your own bout of loneliness too, just to normalize it. Sometimes that helps. Okay. Now, because we know that we're not just looking for more social contact, a lot of us are looking for more meaningful contact. And by the way, men younger and older appear to be more significantly affected by this. I would encourage you to have a look at some of our previous footage on listening. These will show you kind of how to have a meaningful conversation. I mean, I know that sounds kind of weird, but sometimes actually that's helpful support. So either serious or really just quite light. Not all meaningful conversation is deep and meaningful, okay? We'll show you what to say, how to listen, how to respond, and that'll help you to feel like you're getting better at it. My theory is that we incessantly miss opportunities for meaningful connection, that people are often trying in their own cautious way to connect, to reach out, to share something, and we fumble it because we're busy, we're preoccupied. When you're actually listening, what you'll notice is that people really are often trying to tell us about the things or people that they love, things they're trying to overcome or getting through, things they're worried about, or things they're looking forward to. So pay attention. It's often right there in front of you.